I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick.
Hi, my name is Alessio. You're watching my Auntie Danny. And Good Morning Frederick. And I love it.
Haha, good morning, Frederick. Today is Friday, November 1st. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. Well, are you all jacked up on sugar from the Halloween? I'm telling you, it is, we had about, I think 60 or so kids that came through yesterday. How about you? Do you have a lot of people that come through? I'll say this for sure that it was a fun evening, but quick. 6 p.m. it started. We were in the house by 7:20. So I'm not sure if we missed anybody or not, but we were sitting outside. What a great evening it was for sure. All right, let's see if I can get the right show rundown. I'm telling you, it's a little bit, always a little technical issues going on with the system that I use. And, I'm just going to tell you. Also, I want to remind you, I'm going to put it across the bottom of the screen. If you want to know what is going to happen, if you want to be the first to know what's happening for the 200th show, which is January 13th, please text. I'd also like for you to text to let me know who you'd like to see on our 200th show. I am working on our guest for that. January 13th is that day. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right. We got all the events going on this weekend and next week. We've got Jennifer from the Artist Angle Gallery. We've got Mike and Audi from Frederick Social, and we take a look back at Frederick Floral Bar. That is what is happening today on the show. And of course, yesterday, so in a couple of days, I'll get the total amount of sales we had for Good Morning Frederick merch for October. We have one more month. This is the last month where the proceeds will be donated to Christmas Cash for Kids. I would love to see that number go up and up and up. We've got tons of stuff available at the Home of Everything Frederick for you to purchase. And I would love for you to get some merch, and we give it all right back to the kids of Frederick County through Christmas Cash for Kids. Please continue to ask people to subscribe to the channel. We have not stopped our shooting. We're shooting for 1,500 subscribers by January 1st. We would love to get there. When we get there, actually, our advertisers, the people we're interviewing, the nonprofits, they all get more exposure. So please continue to share the stream and ask people to subscribe. And don't forget about the podcast. If you're in the car and you're listening, you want to listen, or you're maybe doing laundry or house cleaning, it's a great, put it on the Google Home or Amazon Alexa and let it play. All right, let's get this Friday started. We got to thank our show sponsor. We help you move, whether you're moving across the street or somewhere across the country. Nicholas and his team of moving experts make the whole thing easy. Veteran owned and a huge supporter of this Frederick community, so we like to support him right back. WeHelpYouMove.com. All right, let's figure out. Yes, I did do this. All right, let's figure out what's happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors. They've been serving the area for more than 34 years. Wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, anything you can put on your floor, they can certainly handle. Call them today, 301-948-9663, or go to atlaswoodfloors.net. All right. When you go to, oh, I don't know why that didn't come up. Okay. Well, when you go, that was supposed to be their logo there. I don't know what happened. When you go to Atlas Wood Floors, look at their Google reviews. They've got tons. They've got tons from just a couple weeks ago all the way to months ago. You can see they're very consistent in their work. And if you want to see the calendar where everything is listed, go to promocircus.com, click on Everything Frederick Live, and then you'll see the calendar of events. Okay. So go check that out. All right. Today, the Museum of Frederick County History, Heritage Frederick, is open today from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And because of a grant or anonymous donation, actually, the museum is free entry. So if you want something fun to do today, maybe you've got the kids this afternoon, take them over there. Very cool stuff there. And then we've got the sensory friendly story time is at Middletown Public Library. Tonight, 8 p.m., $20 profit, really fun party band. They are so great. I love them. We had them last year for the Key City Rotary Low Key Fest down on Carroll Creek. So fun. Check them out at Benstown tonight. I'll be there for a little bit at least. Then tomorrow, first Saturday, downtown Frederick is going to be alive with lots of great stuff going on. And 10 to 2, Roy Rogers on Route 40 is having their new look celebration. They've got pony rides, face painting, raffles, and more. WFRE is going to be out there from, I think, 10 to noon, noon to 2. I can't remember, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, they must be out there 10 to noon. 10 to noon at the New Look celebration, because noon to 2, they're at South Mountain Creamery. And noon to 2, you can come up to the home of Everything Frederick, pick up your Good Morning Frederick swag, and help the kids of Frederick County. Noon to 3, I'll be down at the Acton Well, actually, I should have included this. From 11:30 to probably 12:30, I will be at Common Market on Route 85. They have their Thanksgiving sides tasting. So they prepare homemade, made from scratch Thanksgiving sides, and you can come and taste what they're like so you can order them. And Thanksgiving dinner is all but done. How do you love that? You can get all the sides done and then you just focus on the turkey. I think it's amazing. So I'll be at Common Market on Route 85 filming that for the show, and we're going to highlight that next week. And then I'm going to head down to the Acton Children's Business Fair at Carroll Creek Promenade, and that goes on till 3. And then 1 to 4, it's the STEM Carnival at Carroll Creek Amphitheater. All of those things are free to check out, so I invite you. It's going to be a nice day. Go check all of that out. And then Saturday night, tomorrow night, you're going to set your clocks back 1 hour. I love the fact that phones and everything already that connected to the internet automatically update. I'm telling you, that is probably one of the greatest inventions of all time. All right, Sunday, how about checking out the autumn excursion train rides at Walkersville Southern Railroad, or maybe go see Freddie Long live at Monocacy Brewing. You can check him out. He's really great as well. I love the fact we have so much live music going on. All right, coming soon, November 6th, Cocktails and Conversations Networking at the home of Everything Frederick. Come on out. It's a ton of fun. We have usually cocktails available for you out of the adult cooler. We sit around, we chat for a little bit, meet new people. And to me, it's the best kind of networking because it's very friendly, very open, very inviting. November 8th is Frederick at Night. That is next Friday night, 5 to 8 p.m. A lot of the merchants are going to be open, and that light walk returns. It is open through March, starting on next Friday. Those are the light installations you may have seen. In one of the parking garages, they have the disco balls. In another one, they've got the light fixtures on the outside. A couple alleys are lit up. It's very cool. Great photo ops. All right. And then November 9th, a lot of good stuff going on. That second annual Roper Romp and Caftan Crawl is happening to benefit Hartley House. That looks like a ton of fun. 3:30 at Hood College. It's the nonprofit board fair. That is at Hood, and there are about 20 nonprofits who will be set up there who will be looking for volunteers or board members and if you've got a couple of hours a month to spare, I encourage you to get involved with some of these nonprofits. So you can go there, chat with them, find one that speaks to you, and volunteer your time. There's nothing better that you can do to support our nonprofits. It's actually better than writing a check, I got to tell you. And then 6 to 8 p.m. On the 9th is the Harlem Wizards, and they are at FCC. That's a lot of fun for your family as well. Then coming up mid-November, we've got Stuff a Truck. I'm going to give you details about that. We've also got Toys for Tots, tons of ways for you to give back to our community. November 20th, it is the Merry and Bright exclusive preview on Maryland Double Deckers. This will be the first open to the public viewing of the light tour that they're doing called Merry and Bright, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Tickets are $25. We'll have food and some adult beverages and invite you to come out for that. It'll be great. And February 5th, mark your calendar, 2025. I happen to be the event director for African Americans of Excellence exhibit. It is the kickoff event at the Weinberg. I am looking for local businesses who may want to get involved in some way. Maybe you can do a fundraiser for this event. Maybe you can sponsor. Sponsorships start at $500, but there's a lot of ways for you to get involved. This exhibit is going to be wonderful. It highlights 7 African Americans of our community who are doing great things and making our community amazing. So I invite you to come out to that. Tickets will be on sale very soon. And the reveal of the artwork of all 7 honorees, which is being done by Yemi, will be revealed on this show November 18th. So please, you're going to want to be watching the show on Monday, November 18th, and we will be revealing the artwork of the 7 honorees. And it's a very cool event. The honorees are, there's a portrait painted or artwork painted, there's a photograph taken, and there's a video done, all by different videographers, photographers, and artists from our community. It's really, really great. And we really feel like the show will sell out this year. That's 1,100 people. Last year, there were about 900 in attendance. So we'd love for you to come out to that February 5th. Mark your calendar for that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back with Jennifer from Artist Angle Gallery, Mike and Audi from Frederick Social, and we're going to take a look back at the Frederick Floral Bar with Stacey. All of that comes up just after this. Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shattered family beyond compare.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Ah, yes. All right, let's talk about who is making our market amazing. Market Makers is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? It's simple. They are a full-service travel agency to save you countless hours of online research. They have relationships with suppliers that'll give you the best value, and they'll monitor your bookings and make sure you know about any unexpected schedule changes. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to antietamtravel.com right now and get started on your dream vacation. Well, Jennifer got into framing by accident, but there aren't really any accidents, are there? She is the owner of the Artist Angle Gallery, and she's been doing some fun stuff and has some great stuff coming. I think you're going to enjoy this. Here's Jennifer. At 565 East Church Street, right?
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. And this is Jennifer, and she's the owner. It's called the Artist
Angle Gallery.
The Artist Angle Gallery. You are a framer.
I am.
You've been a framer for a long time. We were just talking about this.
Probably over 20 years now.
Why framing?
It's definitely turned into a passion. So I started out as a general manager for Joann's.
Okay.
Probably now 30 years ago.
Wow.
And it was kind of by chance that I ended up in it. So when Joann's I was a general manager for the small location on Route 40.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was taken over and it became a large superstore. And I kind of got...
Yeah, where was it before it is where it is now?
It was there.
It was still
smaller.
So they only had a smaller footprint.
Yeah,
There
and
were
MJ Designs was right next to it, remember?
Yes.
And Walter Rung was there, and I was the GM of the small store, and they took that space. And so just by need, I actually became the manager of the framing department, and at that time I knew absolutely nothing about framing, nothing. And I was running a group of people that really didn't know anything about framing. And it just kind of, we did really well. We became something there. And then,
I took all my pictures there.
Yeah, it was a long time, and we had a really good thing for a long time, which I'm sorry to see they're not open anymore.
Yeah.
But I fell in love with it there.
Yeah.
So I started out more on the business side of it, just doing, like, running the department.
Yeah.
And then I became passionate about what it is.
Yeah.
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 So,
And so what is it about framing that like really, excites you? Because really a frame can make or break an image, right?
correct.
It really can add so much to a piece of artwork, or even maybe detract, and which you never want to do. But
I love the design aspect of it.
Okay.
So that's my favorite.
Okay.
There's a lot to building it and constructing it, but I like the design element.
Okay.
And the design options are endless.
yeah,
So
I mean, my gosh, yes.
I would like to add more, but I carry probably eight or nine vendors, all kinds of matting, decorator matting, all kinds of things, but I feel like there could be a whole lot more. And the options are endless.
Yeah.
So, and price points are endless. So
Yeah.
we can deal with clients that want a very, very simple, just a simple piece, and then we can go all the way up to museum, conservation, framing wedding gowns and uniforms and that kind of thing.
Wow.
So, yep.
What's the coolest project you've had? Do you have one?
I do like framing uniforms. I would love to get into doing a lot more military.
Okay.
I've done a few uniforms. We just got some interest in a wedding gown. So
How does that work? I can't even.
So I think too, we've been doing some more involved classes on conservation and preservation framing. So that's a whole thing all in itself.
Wow.
So that's a whole nother interest
Yeah.
that gets into more beyond just slapping something in a frame.
Right.
So you're
more
looking
beyond
into,
just what's in your house.
more
Yeah, this
beyond
is
just
like
a decorator aspect of things. Now we're starting to get into more preservation and conservation of things,
That's
and we're
amazing.
actually getting a lot more of that. There's definitely a need.
Oh yeah.
So taking a family heirloom that you want to preserve forever is
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah,
It is.
and so I'm assuming with that it comes with the type of not only just framing but the glass stuff that happens would be
All the
sealed and
components.
all of that.
All the
Wow,
components.
that's really cool.
So it's
actually.
very cool.
Yeah.
We've been doing, actually, the coolest thing I've done recently is we are finishing up installation of the Visitation Academy.
Oh, exciting.
So that was probably the largest project we've done and the most extensive. So
Wow.
that ended up being an amazing project. We worked with the designers out of California and designed all the pieces that went in there. It was based on photos of the school for the girls that were there prior. So it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's really, really cool.
It was
'Cause
fun.
you become a part of history, right?
Yeah.
Because these things live on way beyond, and
Way beyond
Yeah.
us. And the photos are way beyond, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
way-
So it's
yeah.
we're doing a lot of work now with a lot of heirloom, older pieces that were they're digging out, and it's their like people pass on. Pieces have been like from parents or grandparents,
Yeah.
old paintings. We're getting a lot that we're renewing.
Yeah.
So people can actually hang them again.
Revitalize and
Revitalizing
bringing
them,
them
preserving
to
them. So that's a
current.
huge part of what we're doing right
Yeah.
now. So I really like that.
So, what do you recommend? So, if somebody's got, let's just say, I have a painting that was at my grandparents' house, and do you bring it in here, and then you recommend how we can change it up a little bit with the framing, or keep it kind of within its genre of what it should be? How does that work?
Well, actually, I'm working on a couple pieces right now. It depends on like sometimes these are damaged. Sometimes people bring in things that are 100 years old.
Right.
We usually take them apart, figure out what the damage level is, if there is any. A lot of times the client will have an idea of they're either trying to match something, make it fit into their home, or a lot of times they try to keep
The
the
originality,
originality
yeah.
of the piece itself. So
Yeah.
we kind of start there with
Okay.
taking things apart, take images of the piece. Sometimes there's writing on the back, that's like
Yeah.
a little note or some kind of information about the piece. And then we work with them and figure out what works for them. And it's really nice to renew old things.
Oh.
This is my grandmother's painting
Right.
from like 150
Yeah.
years ago, and they walk out and they can put it on their wall,
Yeah.
and it's preserved forever now.
Yeah.
If they choose to do that.
Yeah.
So our options now are so much more
Yeah.
than before. So
Yeah, just the quality of
just
materials
the quality
available.
of materials,
Yeah.
the nice glass that we have. The things we're doing now will definitely last
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah.
and they'll be good.
That's
good hand-me-down.
awesome.
So we
what do
a
you
lot of that.
recommend for people who have stuff that needs to be framed? Like, what is your, because I think a lot of us probably just slap on those cheap frames sometimes, and, it just doesn't add much to the piece.
Mm-hmm.
And, what is your recommendation for people with
So
framing?
if I get a call
Yeah.
for somebody like that, usually what I do, I can take walk-ins or I do consultations. So
Okay.
it depends on how many pieces. Sometimes they
Yeah.
have a group of things.
Yeah.
But by the way, I don't mind recommending like a ready-made frame for somebody.
Yeah.
It depends on what they're doing.
Sure.
Okay, so a lot of times we'll figure out budget.
Yeah.
Where it's going is a
Yeah.
huge thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a huge thing. Where it's going. and what their budget is, what their colors are. We try to work with the room, which, by the way, I'm going to be bringing in an interior designer to work with us. That's a direction that we're going in. So
Nice.
that's a big thing. I think people today are big into placing things into a specific environment.
Right.
Okay, so at that point, when they come in, we'll decide all of those things. Okay, they'll bring in the work. We'll meet together, look at whether it's a single piece or a group of pieces, and then go from there.
Yeah.
And then our choices are kind of endless as
Yeah.
far as budget goes.
Yeah.
So we try to figure out
Yeah.
what they need. But I have people that want to match a couch.
Yeah.
Or they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can go all over the board. It's like,
Yeah, I
have
bet.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
That's awesome.
So it's nice.
How can people reach out to you? What's the easiest way? Is it online or?
I have, we have a website,
Mm-hmm.
online, anytime a phone call. We do
Okay.
actually meet a lot of people. Mark and I do,
Yeah.
we do some cross-referencing there. A lot of our business is referral.
Yeah.
But I do have a website. We have been recommended through Find It Frederick. A lot of people are finding us on Google.
Okay.
Just custom framing
Yeah.
in Frederick. Our reviews are good.
Awesome.
In contrast to some of the other things the other framers are doing, we do oversized work, which a lot of them are not doing. So we do oversized work, and we'll do the more complicated things,
Yeah.
the more elaborate pieces.
Yeah.
So that's really nice too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's great.
Anytime I have appointments all week. I'm here 9 to 6 every day. Walk-ins are great.
Yeah.
And I will recommend if they have a large group of pieces that we take
Yeah.
a little more time.
Sure.
If it's a more elaborate project.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So-
Well, this is Jennifer, and she is located right inside Imagination Center on East Church Street. If you have pieces you want to get framed or matted, or maybe you have even some of your kids' artwork that you want it to look nice, she can take care of you. Small jobs to huge jobs. I think that is amazing, and
Thank
I can't
you.
wait to see what's over at the visitation. I think
It's going to be beautiful. I think the opening is the end of the month.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be
gorgeous.
great. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we've got her website on screen. Check her out, give her a call, or just stop by and see her, and she'll take good care. All right. Oh, God. Makes you want to get everything in your house museum framed being in there. I tell you, she's great. All right, Mike and Audi are the purveyors of Frederick Social, and they have truly created a place that's comfortable to hang out, eat great food, and enjoy all kinds of beverages. I hope you've been here before and you know them, but if not, they are wonderful people, and here they are, Mike and Audi.
Never been to Frederick Social. Shame on you. I'm here with Mike and Audi, the owners of this great establishment. Thank you for doing the show.
Thanks for coming out.
So you guys have been here now 3 years?
December 9th.
Oh, yes. Tell me just kind of how the idea got started for those people that don't know.
As all good ideas come, we worked on it together.
Yeah.
We were just trying to think about a fun space that we would enjoy hanging out in, that kind of fit both of us. I love beer,
I don't.
and she wants nothing to do with beer. So we figured we wanted to have something that can incorporate both, but also we have 2 young kids. They were even younger at the time, and we wanted a place where that would be family friendly, where we would feel comfortable bringing them. So breweries and wineries are all great, but it's either wine or beer. And then restaurants, the kids can't run around. We have one, she suffers from appendicitis. She can't stay still for more than 30 seconds. So, it's kind of what works for each person as they walk through the doors. People that have kids, we've got a kids play area. Adults that enjoy their adult beverages, we've got plenty of options for them. Healthy food, lots of vegan options, because we were always having trouble finding places to eat when we first approached the idea of Frederick Social. So it really was more a matter of making the place accessible to as many people as possible.
Yeah. And I think also with that, coming up with what Frederick Social was going to be, we also felt like we needed to be a bigger part of the community. For example, we have the Charity of the Month, where it's an opportunity for not only us to learn what type of charities are available in the Frederick area and what they provide to the community, but also utilize that as a way to engage and educate our customers to say, hey, if you did not know, Frederick has these nonprofits. This is a way that you can either participate, volunteer, or donate. We also offer our space to them to do networking events or charity events during that month. So, that was a very big part. And then also, building the partner base of where we get our produce or our beer, our kombucha, because there's so many amazing suppliers locally. We wanted to find out who they were, what they did, and see how we could incorporate them into Frederick Social.
Yeah, I love that because you kind of make everything a story, right? And then it all ties into what you deliver. Your food, ma'am, is delicious.
Thank you.
So how long have you been crafting these amazing meals?
Maybe it started when I lived in New York, when I was before your time.
There was no time before me.
I would host dinner parties with my friends in my small little apartment. And it would be once a month, and I would pick a theme, an ingredient, and the entire meal would revolve around that ingredient. And I just loved making food and having people come over, enjoy the food and drinks and talk and hang out. And, I think I've always had it in me to have that kind of environment. Mike is the chief social officer, so he was born that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit friendly.
You are, though.
But I've always loved to cook. I love the chemistry behind it, of how you can take one little ingredient and put it with this thing that doesn't make sense, and it just tastes really good.
Yeah. Yeah. You have it's unbelievable. And I think your food would make people love keto, gluten-free, vegan, all of those things, because I've had your vegan options, and it's just mind-blowing that you're not eating a crab cake or you're not eating whatever. It's just amazing.
Yeah, we're not trying to fool people.
No.
But it's a way to demonstrate that it can be delicious to eat a plant-based meal.
Yeah.
Or just healthier in general.
Yeah.
Like nothing that we have is fried. It's all air fried. So we try to offer those healthy options. So even if you want delicious food, it can still be not deep fried.
Yeah. And it's build it your way. I mean, look, we've got bison, brisket, chicken, steak. But the menu is designed so that you have a base that could be, free of any animal products. And then you can add on.
Yeah.
Like it's spicy, cool. Don't like it spicy, no problem. You want some meat, you want some cheese. It's really up to the customer.
Yeah, I love that. The tap wall. Not too many of these existed even 3 years ago, here in Frederick anyway. What was the decision behind putting it at tap wall?
Libertarianism. I mean, the ability to just kind of do pour yourself how much you want of a beverage. You don't have to go for a full pour. You don't have to ask someone and feel like you're being a pain in the butt because you want a taste of this. And if you're like me, I'm like, I want to taste everything and then figure out what I want. So you basically come in, you get to try lots of different things, experience lots of different, drink types, and just enjoy whatever works for you in the quantity that works for you. It's pure optionality, which is, it's nice to have that.
It is nice to have it because it does make me try things that I wouldn't typically, because I can just do a little taste.
And I will even try a little bit of beer here and there.
Before she decides that she doesn't like that beer either.
Just to remind her.
I'm like, right. And it's always because the beer has a combination of blueberry and I don't know, that sounds really good. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. And then I'm good. I'm like, that's good, but just enough.
And even on like the cocktail side, I mean, we get pretty creative with the cocktails as well.
Yeah.
And, our Tipsy's Peach was named after our sprinkler unicorn thing for the summertime. But, who would have thought? Peach and vanilla and lemonade, and this amazing concoction. It's been a fan favorite for a couple of people. Are going to be very sad when it goes away. Just as seasonality changes, we'll bring on something else. But it's one of those where people really enjoy it and they get to try out different things a lot.
Yeah.
But in small quantities. So
yeah. And for the cocktails, you know, when you pour your first cup, it's going to taste the same the second and third cup, right? Because it's consistent. It's not one bartender to the other, whatever. It's consistent.
And now the interesting thing is, you know, we provide a lot of optionality here, but sometimes that still is not enough. So we added, like back in May, we added a regular bar. So when someone says, but I just want a gin and tonic, and that person says, well, I just want a spicy margarita with strawberry. So now we can kind of accommodate even more.
Well, we're also, I think we have a very, very long list of non-alcoholic mocktails, sodas, and juices.
And I think we have about 10 different non-alcoholic beers. So we literally try to give something to everyone. Yeah, even gluten-removed and gluten-free beer.
In the 3 years now, what has been the biggest challenge?
Turning off work because you work with your life partner, my wife, but your life partner as well as your business partner. It's, you know, we go out and we're like, cool, let's not talk about Frederick Social. And probably the first 2 topics have to do with Frederick Social. Yeah. It's Frederick Social.
Well, and we live and breathe Frederick.
Yeah.
That's all we do now.
Well, thankfully, that is a very nice place to live and breathe. But I know it would be tough. That would be the hardest thing. Yeah, for sure. If there was kind of one thing you'd want people of Frederick to know about Frederick Social that they may not, what would that be?
I think it is that we're not a restaurant. We're not the sit-down experience that someone may be looking for a restaurant experience. We are a casual.
I mean, one of our original phrases that we were going out to the public with was a new kind of cafe. That confused people because they're expecting lots of fancy coffee, which we don't do. We have coffee and we have French press coffee, but we don't. So that confused people enough. But the idea was it's more of a cafe type of experience with all of the accoutrement of a full kitchen and a full bar. Right. So, you know, you can come here for coffee and work. It can be that third place for you no matter what. It's basically what I would say is that people don't realize we're meant to be the third place for you, whether you're coming here to work on Wi-Fi or eat food or drink or just socialize. I mean, one of the events we had recently was like a speed dating book swap. Yeah, it wasn't meant for the dating part. It was just more like you bring books, you swap it with someone, and every 10, 15 minutes, you know, you discuss what each of the different books are that you each brought, and then you kind of go around. The library told us that they already had people coming in asking for some of the books from that event that they read. So, you know, but we try to have different kind of events, but still be that third place where you can do cool things that are different than just, you know, sitting down at a table, having someone bring you stuff, you eat, and then you pay and leave. Right. It's meant, come hang. Yeah. Come do you.
It's very friendly. Everybody, the staff is great. You can really just come chill and nobody's like, hey, get off my table. Got to turn it over. Right. So it's very relaxed that way. And you got a beautiful patio. And, you know, I think it's really great when the weather's nice and sit outside and right on the creek. So that's really awesome. Anything coming in the next 6 to 12 months that you guys are willing to share?
We're in holiday season. Yeah. So this place is a fantastic place for those work holiday parties or celebrations. Yeah. We provide kind of a full package where, you know, you don't have to worry about cleaning up the food. You know, it's you come in, you enjoy the space for whatever event that you're booking it for. We take care of it for you. And then have something to talk about, which is very different from many places, which the tap wall becomes a great conversation piece to break up the uncomfortable networking that man.
Yeah. We have this new aspect of our business, this social eats, and that also takes up a lot of time and focus, just kind of launching that off the ground. So, but I'll leave that to these ladies to talk to you all about it.
With the holiday parties, you can do either completely rent out private, or it doesn't have to be, right? You know.
Yeah. So we tell people there's 3 ways they can utilize the space. They can either rent out part or the whole space. They can just come in with large groups because we welcome large groups all the time. And they can also look to, within a couple of weeks, we allow table reservation where you can reserve up to 4 tables for a set amount of time. And that seems to be working out really well between those 3 options. It should have something for everyone.
So we've got trivia. We've got a really great happy hour Monday through Friday at the
Except Tuesday, we're closed Tuesday.
yes at the bar and the tap wall. Chess and board gamers on Wednesday. And then on the weekends, we have brunch, as you mentioned, college football and NFL on Sunday, as well as a late night happy hour starting at 8 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays.
Thank you, guys. Bro.
Oh my gosh. If you haven't been to Frederick Social, you got to go hang out. You got to try all the beers, the wines. They even have mixed cocktails. They actually pre-mix them in the Sixtel. So like Audi said, perfect drinks every single pour. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're back with Frederick Floral Bar. Hi, it's Danny, and I recently had dinner at Sushi Nomu, and I've got to tell you, it was absolutely unbelievable. The decor, phenomenal. The food, just amazing. I had the best miso soup I've ever had. The sushi was so fresh and delicious, and it was actually a feast for the eyes. The presentation was stunning, and the service was impeccable. The sushi, fresh, the sashimi, the best I've ever had. I can't say enough great things about it. If you're looking for a great place, maybe to go on a date, or maybe just to try something new, it's affordable, it is beautiful, and you will not be disappointed, I promise. Sushi Nomu at sushinomu.com or 4969 Westview Drive, just beyond the Dunkin' Donuts.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specialize in roofing, siding. They also do your windows and gutters and can even build you a new patio or deck. Call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, because you watch this show, you can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Spread the word. Tell Sandra that Danny sent you when you call A&S Construction. There is the phone number, 301-703-2157, and the email address, info@ansconstruction.net. Reach out today, and hopefully you can be on your way to a new look for your home. All right, Stacey is making Frederick pretty, one bouquet at a time. Stop in her shop, Frederick Floral Bar, to create your own masterpiece. Let's see what she's got on tap. Stacey, I'm on Market Street at the Floral Bar where Landis Jewelers used to be. She's got a great sign out front. I'm going to show you the out front anyway. Welcome to Frederick, first of all.
You're
a newly transplanted.
I am.
And you opened a business here, which we love.
Yes.
And you are a wedding planner, an events person. You've done large scale events.
Yes. Event planning and design.
Yeah, which is, that's a big thing. So the Floral Bar, though, these are like the hot item, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So explain to me what people will experience when they come in here, what they will be doing?
Well, we offer a few different things. Obviously, we have the Floral Bar. That's our biggest, point. We bring in people to do your build your own bouquet bar. That can be a walk-in basis. We have workshops where we teach different techniques for building things like floral crowns, bouquets, centerpieces. You can also reserve the space for a private party like a church group or a girls' night out or a bridal shower. And then everything gifts, anything gift oriented, special occasion flowers. If you need something for your anniversary or a friend's birthday, we're here for that.
Okay, so Floral Bar is basically you come in here and you bring out stems.
Yes, I have a flight of flowers, and it's whatever's in season that week and whatever we have in stock, and they get a flight, and I can either teach them how to do it or just let them on their own demise.
Okay.
And we'll wrap it up, and you get to take it with you.
Okay, so how many flowers in a flight?
So typically we do 6 different jars.
Okay.
But the jars are full of like focal flowers, fillers, greens.
Oh,
so
wow.
they're
Okay, so
pretty
it's already
decent
got,
size.
yeah, okay, very cool.
And sometimes I'm extra generous depending on the day. And I'm like, here, let me throw in a few more, like some garden peonies or something fun.
Okay, and you can just walk in and do that at any time?
Yes, you can. I do ask if you have a larger group to
sure.
just try to give us a heads up and call us for a reservation, or just say, hey, we're coming up with 6 of us in 3 hours. But no, anytime they can walk in, and I can take up to 11 people.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. What do you find? Is it hard to watch people do their own thing for you?
Actually, it's really fun.
I think
it's
control
fun.
freak. I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't necessarily know.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely will step in if I see that they're struggling.
Right, yeah.
But I tell people not to compare themselves to a professional florist, obviously not to each other, and just to have fun with it. And if you don't like it, we can take it apart and start over again. Some people do want a little more help than others, so I might come in, adjust some stems, and make it look appropriate before we wrap it up.
What was it about flowers that got you excited and you said, this is what I want to do?
I mean, they're gorgeous. Obviously, I love nature. I love color, texture. I like making people smile. And flowers just bring that all to the table.
Yeah, it kind of checks all those boxes,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
yeah.
How long have you been doing the floral stuff, like designing and all that?
The floral design aspect really came about in around 2014.
Okay.
So about 10 years now. I've been doing event planning, though, since I was about 18 to 20.
Okay.
I grew up in the industry, so event planning is where I started, and then it just kind of
shifted,
blew into event design and then flowers. So.
Yeah. Well, weddings are, what a great day to be a part of, right? Of somebody.
Yeah.
Even with all the stress and I'm sure even as a floral person, it's just, florist.
Talk about making people smile.
Yeah, for sure.
We are doing a wedding planning 101 workshop and a wedding planning design workshop. So we will be doing those where we can teach people how to make their own items.
Nice.
Most people don't really want to do that because it's a lot of work. But hey, if you have a small wedding or a backyard wedding, you might want to.
And it's going to be photographed a bajillion times, right? You want it to look perfect.
Right.
You were telling me and on your wall you have a dried flower wreath.
Yes.
And so that's
we got all different
cool.
styles of those. They last up to 3 years. That's the cool thing about dried flowers. Unless you put them in direct sun, they're about 1.5 years or so. And dried flowers are really making a big comeback, especially for weddings.
Okay.
Because they do last forever.
Yeah.
And your bridesmaids can keep them, or your groomsmen, and they're a lot of fun. Doesn't mean they're any less expensive.
Right.
Let me point that out. But they're a lot of fun, and I've been getting a huge response, and people are really looking forward to that.
Well, I've noticed that on the wreath that I'll show them, it's still colorful.
It is. It's very colorful, and I could pick a million different colors to match your style and textures.
Yeah.
So anything they want, from centerpieces to boutonnieres, bouquets. Of course, we have our wreaths. Those are a big hit right now. anything dried flowers. And then we're gonna have the bar so they can pick their own
Right.
stems and make their own dried flower bouquet, or I can do it for them.
Yeah. So if somebody is interested in checking you out, obviously they can come to you on on Market Street.
Yep.
Sorry, North Market Street.
South.
Yeah. Wait,
27
the bridge.
South.
Oh yeah, we are still South Market. South Market. I'll make sure that the address is up there. I crossed the bridge, but not Patrick Street, so South Market Street. And then your website, obviously, they can go to as well. Can they book direct on your website for reservations? Or
They can. I'm almost complete with the website, which is the frederickfloralbar.com. Also Instagram messaging or emailing us, the Frederick Floral Bar at Yahoo. Website's almost complete. I had a lot of projects.
Yeah.
Instagram's a great way to keep up with what we're doing.
Awesome.
And then if you're interested in the wedding work, that is yourstorybookwedding.com.
Oh,
So that's where you can really see, full galleries and wedding specific.
Yeah. What has been, so when did you get to Frederick?
I got here in late June of 2023.
So you've been here just a year now.
11 months.
That's great.
Yes.
And what have you liked about it so far?
I love the community. I love that it's green and has water. I came from Southern California, so we didn't have quite as much greenery and water. I just love the warmth and embracement of the arts, the culture, the people. Everybody's been very welcoming. So that's just really nice coming from people that I don't even know that are very supportive.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool town. We're pretty proud of it. We think that this is going to be a really fun hit. Great for maybe a little bachelorette party or a girls' night out. And
Mommy and me have teen night coming up.
Teen night.
Yep. So trying to spread the love to the teens that need something fun to do.
Yes, that's really great. And if you want Stacey's guidance and advice, all you have to do is reach out to her through her soon-to-be completed website, Instagram, Facebook.
Or come on in.
Just stop by the shop and see her. It is so cute in here. You're going to love it. Stop by the Floral Bar right here in Frederick.
Thank you. Bye.
Awesome. Yes. Take the girlfriends in there and head on out. All right. Coming up Monday, Trending Stories with Danny and Marco. Possum Pets, sponsored by Pet and Home Care. And Audi from Frederick Social launches Social Eats. Good food, ready to go. And I have to tell you, absolutely delicious. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing Friday. Happy weekend. Enjoy. And let's do what I know we can do. Let's be great, Frederick.
From downtown streets